What's up, JTV? My name is Tim. This is going to be the Bob vs. Tim edition of the Tactical Gearheads episode for myself. My gear hasn't really changed a whole lot since the last TGH episode that I did. However, I did add 2 new pieces of gear to my loadout that I want to share with you today because I really like them. I think that if you pick these 2 things up, you're really going to enhance your gameplay a lot and also just your general comfort. Additionally, I thought I'd go over my gun because I haven't used this gun very much recently. It showed up in the Desert Fox Gardena episode where we went to go play at Jet's new field in Gardena. A lot of people had questions about it, so I'll go over that in a little bit. But first of all, I want to talk about this face mask. This is the new face mask that I've started using. The very first time I used it was at Desert Fox for Bob vs. Tim. Great mask. Did not have a single issue with fogging. There's big vents over here at the top of the goggles to allow hot air to ventilate. Not like any condensation would collect on this lens anyway, because this is a 2-pane thermal lens, which basically means there's 2 layers of lenses that have a gap in between them to help regulate temperature to reduce condensation. Great design. I additionally really like how this mask is really low profile and it's very pliable. The material that it's made out of moves a lot, and it also allows me great flexibility to get behind my sights. I don't really use my red dot sight. It's on here just for looks, but as you can see, I have no problem seeing behind my red dot sight and kicking ass that way. Great mask. I highly recommend it if you're in the market for a new face mask. I highly recommend full face protection anytime you play Airsoft, but hey, this is a great mask, especially if you're one that likes to use optics. Another piece of gear that I added to my loadout that I really enjoy are these Elite Tactical Boots by Condor. This is the YKK version with the zipper. Great boot. I really like it. It's extremely comfortable. It's also very durable, and it helps protect my feet. There's a very hard portion of probably plastic. Maybe it's made out of metal, but it has a very steel toe right there to protect my toes. The sole is nice and rigid. It also has great tread for trekking outdoors. The boot is very rigid. It helps protect my ankle. I probably would have rolled my ankle stepping out during the Bob vs. Tim game if I was wearing regular shoes, but these boots really help me from, you know, providing really good ankle support. Additionally, having this YKK zipper on the side here was designed to help take a boot off of somebody who has sprained their ankle. Obviously, for paratroopers or anybody that lands with a parachute or uses it frequently, they have a very high tendency to roll their ankles. And that's why this thing was designed here. I didn't roll my ankle, fortunately, but it just makes life a whole lot easier getting the boot on and off. These things are very affordable, and they are a really great investment. There's 2 things you never want to skimp out on when you're buying your gear, and that's eye protection, because you want to protect your eyes. And trust me, when you spend good money on good footwear, you're going to be a lot happier, especially later on down the road. Now, this gun that I was using hasn't changed much in probably 8 or 9 years. This was originally a Tokyo Marui SR-16, which was my first AEG, but the only original part on this thing, I believe, is the motor. Still have a stock EG-1000 in here, and I think this trigger is the same, and everything else has been changed. This is a Classic Army M15A4 CQB stock. Not on the CA buffer tube, but whatever, it works. This is a GNP Special Forces body. This is a King Arms CQB front end kit. So it came with the 7-inch rail, the PRI sight, and the 1-inch barrel. It also came with an imitation gas tube. I just did not install it. This is a Surefire M900. Probably the only thing on this gun that you can't buy at Airsoft GI. This is a G&G SCAR barrel extension. It's a QD barrel extension, so it comes with the QD flash hider, and you can just throw the barrel extension on there just like that. Great feature. Worked out great at Bob vs. Tim because I spent a little bit of time inside the Armadillo, which was an armored vehicle that I had for the game. Having a long gun like this with the barrel extension wasn't really conducive to me getting up and down the turret, or whatever that thing is called, the hole at the top of the Armadillo, so that I could shoot out of, but I was able to easily take off my barrel extension and utilize that feature, which allowed me to kill a lot of Bob's resistance. Other than that, that's all the external stuff on the gun. Oh, I have a Madball Raspix bridging the gap between my rail system and my upper receiver. It also allows me to raise my aim point up a little bit. Internally, this gun is completely built with Systema parts, aside from the EG-1000 motor. It has a Systema gearbox, hop-up barrel, gears, piston, all that other mumbo-jumbo. Really cool gun, really reliable. Haven't used it a lot lately because I've had other guns, but I did use that for Bob vs. Tim, or at least portion of the game, and I did use that at Desert Fox Gardena. That's pretty much going to cover it for this Tactical Gearheads episode. All the stuff that I'm wearing I've gone over in previous episodes. This is an HSS chest rig. This is available on Airsoft GI now under the branding J-Tech. I think the last time I did a video it was not available for sale. I have OE-Tech pouches up top here. I have a Maxpedition Roly Poly pouch, a Maxpedition Monkey Admin pouch, which is available on Airsoft GI. Great rig. This is probably going to be my go-to rig for the foreseeable future. You know, that's the cool thing about gear. You know, a lot of people ask me, what's the best gear to buy? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? You really need to find a system that works for you. I like this system a lot. It carries everything I need and nothing I don't. It allows my body to ventilate because it's not a heavy plate carrier, and it's just something that I'm going to go to probably for the foreseeable future. So the thing about gear, setting it up for yourself, is it's got to cater to you. It has to make you the most effective airsoft player that you can. This is the system that I found, and I don't think I'm going to change it. Take a look at all of the stuff that I just mentioned. Like I said, everything should be available for sale on Airsoft GI aside from my M900. Highly recommend the Condor tactical boots, and I really highly recommend the Dye i4 face mask. My name is Tim. Thanks for watching GI TV.